Lent Day 29. Slow down for God. Be still before the Lord and wait patiently for him. Do not fret when people succeed in their ways, when they carry out their wicked schemes. Psalm 37, verse 7. Quick view. Slow down, you move too fast. However short it may be, take time out for God. Question: why does God give me all of these burdens? How can I have time for him? Sometimes we need to take a step back and see what the source of these burdens is. Many are justified as we provide for our families. The challenge is to identify those activities that aren't absolutely required and do something about it. God can help us with all burdens, even time constraints, if we listen to him. Application. I need to tell one more story about my puddle jumper airplane trip that I took last Monday. As we were landing at Lambert Field in St. Louis, it was a quite different ordeal than what I have experienced with larger jet airlines. When I'm a passenger on a jet, there can be some bumpy landings, but in general, you are confident that the pilot and air traffic control have lined up the plane with only minor adjustments needed for alignment. Of course, your only vantage point is looking out your small window, which is sideways to the flight path. Well, with this little plane, I had literally the same view as the pilot. This was good because it was really exciting to experience the landing from his perspective. A lot more interesting than Flight Simulator. However, it was also bad because I saw more than I wanted to see. I'm not sure if this was typical or if Monday happened to be windy, but he did not approach the runway in a straightforward, smooth fashion. The plane was bobbing and weaving and seemed to be cockeyed and at least 30 degrees from being straight. From my perspective, I thought there was absolutely no chance that we could right ourselves before we touched down. I envisioned a sideways landing in the patch of grass between runways. As we got closer and closer, the pilot was able to position the plane, and we ended up making a smooth and uneventful landing. I knew that there were many analogies between my experience and our relationship with God. I will let you come up with your own. The one that I would like to discuss is our pace of life. That large jet airliner is flying at a much faster speed than my puddle jumper. It takes time for the jet to make adjustments. My little plane, going much slower, can more easily correct itself over a shorter distance. Think about your pace of life. Many times, the faster you are going, the harder it is to make adjustments. It even gets to the point that you believe it won't do any good to slow down, or you just give up and see where you land. When you slow down your pace, you can see the landscape better. You can feel the wind, and you can more easily adjust and feel more in control of things. In our relationship with God, we sometimes need to just slow down our pace and see where he is leading us. With all the demands on our time, why do we place spending time with God as a lower priority, especially since he is the one who can help us through life? We say that we have other things that have to get done. Do they? Can the carpet go one more day without being swept? Can you miss one episode of American Idol? Can you wait one more day before you buy that new iPad? Obviously, there are some things that need to get done. You need to provide and care for your family. But can you find time with God? What about during your commute? Why not seek God instead of Facebooking or tweeting? Why not park in a parking spot that gives you a couple of minutes of walking time to talk to God? The opportunities are there. We just need to find them. Although I believe that we need to periodically spend some serious longer time with God, I also think that the short bursts can definitely help us during the day. These help us adjust and be more agile, just like my little plane. Slow down, take a time out. God is there, even if it's only for a couple of minutes. God, you are our air traffic controller. You will guide us to safety if we only listen to you. Help us to be aware that we need to spend as much time with you as we can. Allow your Holy Spirit to help us to be disciplined in our God time management.